Assalamualaikum. I have two questions.
Yes, please.
The first one is like when the first two people came up to ask questions about aliens.
In front of the microphone. Who are the aliens?
The first two people that came up to ask questions about the aliens from life from other planets.
No.
I wanted to ask the question.
It's wrong. No aliens came to Earth to initiate life on Earth.
No, you said that one day we will communicate with each other and...
I didn't say that aliens will appear on Earth.
I know, but you said we will communicate.
Of course.
Yeah.
Communication has many possibilities. Why didn't you conceive the possibilities of you suddenly appearing on a foreign land, foreign star, and appear like an alien to them? That also is possible, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to ask a question that, like, if we communicate with them and they believe in religion and God,
yes,
will they eventually one day become a part of Islam too?
No.
They don't have to?
Because, not necessarily.
Okay.
Because I already discussed this matter thoroughly. If they are capable of communicating with God, then God must have sent them a message of their own. So, unless God had decided them to join Islam and had left prophecies with them, that a time would come when you will come into communication with the different people elsewhere whose religion would be better than yours, and you follow that. Unless such a thing exists, there is no question of their following Islam, and again, they are made of different materials. Maybe they are just silicon things, or of some metal, and they don't have such flesh as we have. So when the constitutions change, then the religious teachings also changes accordingly, right?
My second question is that...
Second or fourth?
Second. Like many people I see, like they smoke, including this.
Yes.
I want to know if it is lawful for Ahmadis to smoke, and
if smoking is something which goes into the category of haram, because it doesn't fall into the category of intoxication which is made haram in the Holy Quran. That is why Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmed, when he was inquired, in fact it was suggested to him that he should declare smoking haram because it's a bad thing. He said, who am I to do it when it is not done by Hadhrat Muhammad Rasulullah and the Holy Quran? So if Hadhrat Mirza didn't do it, who am I to do that? You understand?
yeah,
But there are certain things which are bad, which you should understand to be bad. You don't have to be told that though you may catch cold, you may not catch cold because it is bad. You try to run away from catching cold. So this is one of those things which has some harmful effects, and all poisons are not declared haram, yet you do not eat them, do you?
No.
So, there are many filthy things which are not declared haram. Now if you ask me, is human perspiration declared haram? Why not? It's a bad thing. Sometimes it smells badly. And if I say, no, it's not declared haram, will you start licking your own perspiration because it's not haram?
No.
Understand these things. There are many areas. One area is that of haram, the other is that of halal. In between lies the land of no man. And there are so many things where tastes differ, requirements differ, and people can take their own small individual decisions. Right?
I asked this because I thought for some things there had to be circumstances in which you could do it.
Do what?
Like smoke.
Huh?
Smoke.
Huh?
Smoking.
I've already answered you, haven't I?
I know, but okay, thank you.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So this the outbreak of plague, which is being called Taun, is that really Taun, the way they are calling it in India?
That is Taun, there is no doubt about it.
And the second, that the Hazrat Muslim's sayings on that anyone who is in my community or in my house, he'll be saved.
Yes.
Does that still apply on that thing? On that?
I hope so. Strongly hope so. Because Mr. Islam has mentioned that this town will come again as a sign. So if it comes again as a sign, then of course it should behave exactly as it behaved in the earlier part. And those who are genuine true Ahmadis, they will be saved. Like they were all saved at the time of Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmed. You know, even he went to claim that not even a rat will die of town in my house. And this is exactly what happened. While all around people were dying, rats were dying of town, and it did not happen in his house. So this is a most wonderful proof of his truth, which shone like heavenly bodies do. That is why people during the period of town began to become Ahmadis much faster, in much greater number than ever before. Some people ask me, what is the proof that this prophecy was fulfilled? And it was not the other way around. I say you study the progress of Ahmadiyyat with reference to the papers of that time, as I have done already. You were surprised to see what a big influx there was immediately after town of those who started joining Ahmadiyyat in hundreds of thousands. Now, if Ahmadis were dying equally in number, and perhaps they should have been punished more if they were liars, then what happened to the world? Why were they becoming Ahmadis? And even if after becoming Ahmadis they were still dying, then why did not they return back to their original faiths? So that influx into Ahmadiyyat became stable. Now I in capacity of Dr. Jadid member, or in the capacity of Khudam al-Ahmadiyya member, I used to travel a lot in the villages. And perhaps I think I have traveled more in Pakistan in villages than anybody else. But during my inquiries, I found that actually in large number there were still towns who were witness to the fact that our forefathers saw this sign and became Ahmadis. Yet not one case to the opposite was discovered by me. Not a single village declared to me that village used to be an Ahmadi, but because town also destroyed them equally, so they renegated and went back to their original faith. So this is a very positive proof that the prophecy which was fulfilled to the letter, and if, as I understand, it is a sign of God which is appearing again, then of course I hope, inshallah, no genuine true Ahmadi would be affected adversely by the town.
Jazakumullah for that. Continuation of this 100 years in the past in this Ahmadiyya, the town has appeared a few times. It is going to be reappearing?
No, not a few times. Town appeared only between 1894 and 1896, 1906.
Yeah.
And after that there was no town. Now, you are dragging me into answering more than I wanted to do here. Already I have instructed Muslim Television Ahmadiyya to present many articles and discussions on this issue for the rest of the world to know exactly what happened in the past and what may happen again.